All right, hey, welcome back. Okay, so we got some well seal on this, the O-ring to seal that up. We're gonna go ahead and set the valve body back on here. Make sure we got him here. Like so. We got our bolts here. One bolt. I feel it rocking on that O-ring, so we know that we're probably up higher than what we need to be, but which is good. We got 2 bolts with nuts. And your bolt. Which goes in here. Okay. Got it. There it is. Right over here. Well. Get some here. I got this connection that goes under here for our inlet. Okay. That should fit in there. Zip tie, pull the little plastic bag off. That kept dirt and bugs and whatever else from getting up in there. Snug that up like so. Okay. Now we got, of course, our fittings here. Put some oil in there. This one over here. It went out something like that, I think. If I remember right, something like that. Hopefully we get these things tight enough that they don't leak. And all that. Let's see, this one goes on here. Okay. Start with this one because it's here on top. Now what we gotta do is take off this old seal. I'm using Teflon tape. It's made for gas oil applications. I had it here and I was going to stop and get some regular pipe dope to put on here, and I forgot to get it when I was down there getting the other stuff, so we'll just use this. But this seems to be working on the rest of the system. Take this, wrap it around here. About 5 times usually what I go on it. There. That's tough. All right. Now we got all that on there. I wonder what size that plug. I probably should have tightened it up before I put the hose on there. That ain't it. Well, we may get this thing started before dark, huh? I can plug down here in front. I might as well get this. Okay, the front here tightened. We got to tighten these a little more. Snug that down. Snug that down. It's a big screwdriver, flat screwdriver. So it has a 3/8 square shank on it there, so you can hook it up with a wrench and get a good torque on it to tighten things up. I think we got to tighten that up as well, don't we? Okay. Tighten that, we tighten that, we tighten that, we got to tighten this. Takes the big adjustable here. Funny. Oh, no, it doesn't. It takes pipe wrench. Yeah. Because I don't have a adjustable big enough to fit on there. Okay. All right. Tighten that up. We tighten our bolts up. We got that plug. We got this valve, and we got this plug over here. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna break. I gotta clear the stuff out of the front of the building here because once we get this thing started, we're gonna have to pull it out. So I'll clean up my workstation here, and then we'll be back to see the final process. All right. So we got everything hooked back up, and as you can see, we're leaking oil pretty bad out of that valve there, that fitting right here, whatever that is, some kind of a pop-off valve or something. So I'm going to go ahead and take that apart and see about fixing it up right. This one down here appears like maybe it's leaking a little, but it's not. That's oil from the other side. There's a little bit of oil there, it looks like. It's not leaking too bad, but we'll try to. But the thing is responding really well, much better than it did before. So I'm going to clean this up and we'll see what we got. We don't have any oil leaking there. Kind of hard to tell there, but once it runs down here, you can't really see anything. So anyway, we're going to get this cleaned up and then go from there. Okay, so what we found out, as you can see, we had a little bit of blowout here. There's oil all over the floor and everything else out here in the barn. Come to find out that this bolt right here, I didn't look at that when I had the thing apart. I assumed it was just a blind hole that it, went up into the casting and didn't go into any of the oil galleries. Well, turns out it goes into the oil gallery. And it was leaking, so I took it out, and with the engine running, I mean, it blasted out oil like crazy. Blasted out oil like crazy. I've wiped most of it up here, but it was like just nuts. So anyway, what I did is I put some blue RTV sealant on it. I came down about 3 threads from the end of the bolt, and then put the sealer around it so that as it's threading in, it's going to have the bolt actually up into whatever cavity that is. And the thing is, I didn't want, I don't want that RTV to get up into the oil passage, whatever it's doing there. And I put a different O-ring on this. I went back to the original O-ring, so we're going to fire it up and see if we got any more leaks. It works great. Before, the loader, especially going up, was kind of jerky. It doesn't do that now. It's very smooth operations. The only leak I had was the O-ring in this plug up here, and then that bolt down below, which I guess if I'd known that, obviously I would have put some sealer on there of some kind. If this doesn't work, then I may go ahead and wrap the threads of the bolt with the tape that we're using, the yellow Teflon. But yeah, we'll just see. That was just kind of bizarre. So if you ever work on one of these Freeman loaders, obviously these two bolt holes go all the way through because they bolt, you know, from underneath down here. But that third one, man, that goes into the oil the oil passage. Hey, you learn something all the time. All right.